All right, we want to do something just a little bit different tonight, all right? Right after we take this offering. You kind of alternate. You kind of alternate. You know what I love about this? These young men right here, guess what they're learning to do? They're learning to serve, even right now. Now, young ladies, I would suggest if you're looking for a guy to date, look for men who take responsibility and know how to serve. Victoria, you with me tonight? You sure? They? Oh, you're hilarious. You're laughing at yourself. Okay. The natives, pretty good. Just you and me, kid. Just you and me. Yeah. Yeah. Are we good, guys? Hey, Bruce and Pam.
There's somebody coming.
There's somebody coming? The Lord's coming?
Well, see, you hit them hard enough, they don't want to talk to you.
Natives are restless tonight, am I right? A lot of energy in here tonight. Not really? Not from you. Phil, Bruce, come on, man. You guys want to do some yoga together? Would that help?
No.
Might be fun. Hey, Cliff, an easy chair, the easy chair. The padded chair, the nice chair. Yeah, it's in the office. There's two of them.
I get you. One both.
Just one, thank you. Hey, y'all, welcome in the back row, second to back row. Welcome to Gospel Nightlife. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Victoria, is that really interesting? Super fascinating, high definition? Yes, you can, definitely. Hey, guys, we're going to do something tonight, and it's really going to require that I have all your attention. So Taylor, Madison, here, let me let you in a little secret, okay? What we're going to do here is it's going to be difficult. I'm going to ask for some people to come to the stage in a moment. I'm not done. And some people are going to come to the stage, and if some of the people that are going to be answering some questions on stage think that everybody else is talking and not paying attention, they're going to feel embarrassed, okay? And I'm not trying to make this up. You're going to see what I mean, trust me. But Taylor, maybe you'll want to come to the stage. Who knows? But I need you to stay with me. Luke, you up? So here's my question. Young people, how deep are your relationships? How deep? Deep? Yeah? Who said that? Philip? How deep are your relationships? Here's what a lot of young people do. They take their relationships and it's centered on an activity or a hobby. Give me an example. Music. Okay, so our center of our relationship is music. What? Video games. What's another example? Anybody in the second? What? Game Boy? Skateboard. Exactly. That's a good one. That's a special place in my heart. Skateboarding. That's a prime example. In fact, we're going to stick with skateboarding. Jesus? You guys are going to wear me out tonight, huh? Drugs is definitely an example. Guys, please don't. Hey, guys, you know I'm old. You guys know I'm old, right? I'm 39 years old. I'm 39, and I don't have as much energy as I used to, so I need you to stay with me, all right? I know it's hard. So here's the thing. You say you have something like skateboards, right? That's the center of a relationship. Video games, drugs, and then Luke brings up the idea of Jesus being the center of a relationship. So what happens, young people? How many of you would suggest or think that the relationship you have in your life right now are going to be permanent, long-term, lifetime relationships? Raise your hand if you think. Some of us are raising our hands. Some of us are not. Here's the thing. I remember driving in my car one day at 16 years old, passing over a set of railroad tracks, and I realized that, hey, you know what? Probably a lot of the friends I have right now, I'm not going to be my friends forever. Or, in fact, very much longer. because we're all going to go our separate ways. And sure enough, that is the case. And it's hard to stay in contact with people when Facebook doesn't yet exist, let alone the internet. So guess what? Young people, think about it. Who are the closest people you have in your life right now? Are those going to be permanent, lifetime friends, or are those just kind of like passing through your life for a moment? Alan? Trustworthy. Here's the thing. I told you this before. I told you this before. Yeah, you guys, you got to stay with me. I know it's hard. Hey, I used to take my skateboard with me everywhere, right? I was visiting my uncle, and we were going to a grocery store, and of course I had my skateboard with me. And he says to me one day, "Timothy, there's going to come a time when you're not going to skate anymore." I said, "You are crazy, Uncle David." I spent all my time with other people that like to skate or surf, right? But guess what? He was right. So there came a time when I stopped doing those things, right? It's not cool to skate unless you're professional when you're in your 20s, right? The girls I was hanging out with didn't think that was cool anymore, right? The skate versus, they want to have a car. You can't really take a girl on a date on a skateboard, right? And they weren't as impressed with my skateboard tricks when I was in high school as when I was in my 20s. So it's like it kind of fell by the wayside. My priorities changed. And what I found happening was the friends in my life that I used to skate with all the time, suddenly we weren't hanging out as much. In fact, I moved to another city, and they're back in another city, and next thing you know, I haven't talked to them in 20 years, right? So I want you to think about it. When you gather with people, and the center of the relationship is, say, something like skateboarding, which, again, I'm a fan of, a special place in my heart. When that's the center, and all you do is talk about skateboarding, as soon as you're out of that subject, you kind of drift apart. Now, I want to challenge you. We believe that Jesus Christ is God, that God spoke this universe into existence. Some of you might know this as the Big Bang, however you want to describe it. But he has called us on a mission. And the mission he called us on before Jesus went back up to heaven was to go and make disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Right? And Jesus also spoke more on hell than he ever did on heaven. So he talks about a place of eternal torment. A place, Jesus talks about weeping and gnashing of teeth. A place of darkness, right? A place where the worm doesn't die, right? You say, that's really crazy, strange, esoteric language. Well, think about the meaning of that. The idea of hell is being separated from God forever. All right? That's what makes hell hell. But for those of us who he was rescued because he paid the price for our sin on the cross, there's not one person here that is not a sinner. Not one. We're all sinners. We're all under God's wrath. And so that is why Jesus sent his son to pay the price for our sin on the cross. And that's why he said, it is finished. Finished paying for what? Finished paying the price for sin. So those of us who've been rescued, who brought into the family of God, are now on a mission. We don't live for ourselves. We live for God. And in living for God, we find our happiness, and we find our meaning, we find our identity. So here's the thing, young people. In our mission of making disciples who make disciples, of reflecting out what God is like to the rest of creation through our relationships, we can't just leave our relationships at the shallow level. Now, in high school, that's all I knew was shallow relationships. It wasn't even cool to go deep. Right? So you think, oh, these are my best friends. And what I came to realize is I don't even know them. I don't even really know them. I just know what we're about, because that's especially guys. When we get together, I know girls are something different. They go a little deeper, naturally. But guys, we just want to talk about the video game. We want to talk about the sport. We want to talk about whatever activity we're doing. But then, hey, what's your last name? I don't know your last name, right? Certainly don't know your middle name. So I've gotten in the habit as an adult to call people by their first and last name, right? I want to know them. I want to remember them. Now, can I just illustrate this tonight? You guys want to learn how to have deep relationships tonight? How many of you, and I want your interaction in the back row too. How many of you, when you get around other people and have relationships, it's all about you? In fact, all you do is talk about yourself and how awesome you are. Never? Is that attractive? Yeah, and it kind of wears you out too, right? How many of you think about it, when you get around other people, group of friends, are you always talking about yourself? And here's where teens, young people often lack. They don't know how to be good listeners. And what's the old phrase? God gave us 2 ears, 1 mouth. We should be listening twice as much as we're talking. But see, the thing is, we don't actually care enough about other people to actually listen to what's going on in their life. In fact, for me, in the kind of relationships I had as a young person, I never even shared my struggles with other people because I knew they didn't actually care about me enough to actually listen. And in fact, that's not cool, man. Why are you dumping all your junk on me, man? That's kind of like we don't want to go there. And I was scared to discover that those people that I considered my friends actually didn't care about me. And it's not so much they didn't care about me, they didn't know how to care about me. They didn't know how to go deep. Especially where I was growing up, very surface, very shallow culture, in large part. So, I want to teach you tonight how to take relationships deep. And then I want you to evaluate yourself. I want you to evaluate your own relationship to see at what level you're at. And ladies, again, you might want to pay attention because this might tell you what kind of guy to be looking for in a relationship. So I need if there is one, and I know there is, but if there might be one that is willing, I need a young couple from the audience. Oh, you're a couple? Are you a couple? All right. Would you guys mind? This is even better. Save you guys. This is it. What? You're what? Cup holder? Perfect. Taylor, and what's your friend's name? Thank you, Taylor. And your name? Jacob. Jay, my name's Timothy. Good to meet you. Taylor, would you have a seat? And would you stand beside her? So you should. Queen, right? You guys, you with me on this? Now, I'm kind of putting you on the spot, and here's the thing I don't know about you all. I don't know how long y'all been dating, right? I don't know. Can you share, like, roughly how long y'all been together? Okay, so this... So, hey, we all have to start somewhere, right? Believe me, it adds up, time. So here's the thing. I might do this with another couple as well because it's not quite fair to y'all because you're only going together 3 days. But let me ask you this. How long have you known each other? Roughly. Month, half a year, week? No idea. You been going to school for together, maybe? Okay. It's a mystery how long, but anyway, this is going to kind of expose, okay? So this is kind of, I appreciate you guys' courage, all right, being on stage. It takes a lot of courage first night being on stage. I appreciate that. So here's a couple basic questions to see if you can answer about Taylor, okay? Really simple. You ready? Do you know her favorite color? Favorite color. Now, she might not even have a favorite color. I don't know. I like the rainbow. Any idea? Blue? That's a safe bet. How about blue? Blue. Woo! All right, Blue, he's got that. He's doing well. He's doing well. Okay, what are her parents' first names? No random guesses. Parents' first names. See, she's helping you out. That's great. Teamwork. No, that wasn't cheating. That's teamwork, right? What's her last name? What? It's hard to pronounce. It is. Okay, I know it. It's Wasaki, right? Okay, I'm helping you out. Again, this is not quite fair because I've been going out for 3 days, okay? But it is serving my point, okay? So don't take this personal at all. Where was she born? What city? The store just dropped you off, right? Walmart? What section of Walmart? No, just kidding. What is one of her favorite movies? I said one of. Okay. What is it, White Chicks? That movie bugged me out. This is what I get when my wife says, let's watch a chick flick. This doesn't end well. Name something that is on her bucket list. A bucket list is things you want to accomplish before you die. Right? I want to ride a roller coaster. I want to go skydiving. I want to go to Europe, or whatever. Something on the bucket list. Anything? I want to wear matching socks one day. Anything. What? You don't go to school together? Okay, I was going to ask him what your least favorite subject in school was, but that wouldn't be fair. How about this one? What's her favorite kind of food? Favorite kind of food? Pizza, okay. All right, round of applause for, is it Justin? What is it, Jay? Jay and Taylor, thank you. All right. I know. Hey. Sounds good, with waffles. What? Where? But how? What's up with the fat skateboard wheels? Are those like really old, or is that something new? Yeah, we do, and they're going to rock this. But yeah, let's do. Tavon, Diane, would you mind? Now, to be fair.
Is this on? Thank you, thank you.
Now, to be fair, they've been dating for a while, right? And even
A little
before
while.
that, they were getting to know each other.
Sure.
So they've been friends. So I want to do the same set of questions with y'all. All right, Tivo, you ready?
Yes, sir.
What is her favorite color?
Blue.
Yes. Okay. What are her parents' first names?
Her dad's name is Larry, which is also her grandpa's name, and her mom's name is Sandy.
Sandy. Good. Well done.
Nailed it.
What city was she born?
I'm gonna guess Royal Oak, Beaumont, where a lot of people around here were born. Either that or Detroit. I don't know.
Actually, it was Macomb General Hospital.
In what city is that? Is that Warren?
Yeah, but it's no longer there.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
not fair. It's no longer there. Okay. Go on.
You're doing pretty good, Tavon. What is one of her favorite movies?
Any of the Hunger Games, I'm sure. Frozen. Just about any old Disney movie. Frozen. Philip.
Is he right? He's very right. Okay. Now, can you name something that's on her bucket list?
Well, that's hard.
It is kind of a hard one.
Yeah, get married. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty, and she's
Can't go
probably
wrong with the
probably
marriage.
told me some before. But if I had to guess, it would probably go travel, at least travel, but specifically to Europe, somewhere in
Nice.
Europe. So
Is that correct? Awesome. So I hope you're saving, right? You got some other things to save for first, probably, but
yeah, definitely.
he is on point. Here's a harder one, okay? Little deeper. What is one of her favorite memories from her childhood?
Ooh, that's hard.
By the way, for the audience, how long y'all been dating?
Oh, we've been dating for 10 months? No, 9, 10 months?
That
9
long?
months.
Really?
9 months.
So you're coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one of her favorite memories from her childhood?
Sledding with her family.
Sledding with her family?
Yeah.
Okay, well done, man. Couple more. What is her hardest and easiest subject in school, whether from high school or even currently?
Yeah, science.
Science is good or bad? The harder
Science is her worst. Her best would be art or English.
Is he right? Very, very good. Now, finally, what is her favorite kind of food?
Italian food.
Italian food. And okay, so give me an Italian dish that she loves.
Chicken Alfredo.
Is he right? Okay, well done. All right, so this is good. No, not yet. No, you guys aren't a couple. Junior. You're done. Yes, thank you very much. What? Well, we're gonna switch it up now. We're gonna switch it up. So here, young people. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. You guys, here, we're going to switch it up a little bit now, okay? I'm going to need about, I want to say about 5 people. And what's going to happen is we're going to start out, we're going to do a series of questions as well. Okay, but they're going to go from the more shallow end into the more deep end, okay, of the pool. So here's the thing. You really don't know somebody if you don't know about their life. Okay? You got to ask yourself, if all I know is, if all we ever talk about is skateboarding, do I really know that person? And I'm going to tell you from experience, skateboarding was not enough to sustain the relationship over time. And you got to ask yourself, do I really know the people I hang out with on a regular basis? And beyond that here's this question. Am I the type of person that when someone is struggling, when someone is suffering, that I'm the type of person that they know they can go to and I will be a good listener? I will be a good listener. Or when someone begins just to crack the door open just a little bit to share something about their life that matters to them, do you act like you're bored? And you're like looking at your watch and like getting on your phone as they're pouring out their heart, you're like, okay, I'm on Facebook now. Facebook? Narcissist. Could be. So here's the thing, y'all. If you want to have deep relationships, you've got to become a good listener. You got to ask them questions. Now, I'm not trying to say that you're a creeper and the first day you meet someone, you're like, tell me your deepest, darkest secret. And they're like, who is this freak over here? Run away.
I said I'm sorry.
All right, so you guys ready? So what we're going to do is illustrate the kind of questions you should be asking people if you want to build a relationship with them, take it to a deeper level over time. Over time. Because what I've been amazed at with young people is they hang out with people and they don't even really know them. They don't really even know them. So chances are your best friend, you know what happens a lot in life? When people get married, the bride has a set of maidens in honor. What do you call that? Maids of honor? Maids of honor. Iron maidens, right? and then the groom has groomsmen, right? Bridesmaids and groomsmen, right? And then the maid of honor is the primary, the top pick, right? The MVP. Thank you. Thank you. So guess what? So when you're going to have a wedding, you choose your best, closest friends, right, ladies? To be your bridesmaids? And then the dudes, we choose our closest homies to be our groomsmen, right? You're not going to ask the stranger on the street. You're not going to ask your enemy. But what happens? Time and time again, the wedding pictures are taken, but within a few years, you're not even in contact with those people that were considered your best friend just a few years ago, right? So, Cliff, how many groomsmen did you have? Who was that? Mike. And he's your close homie. Yeah. And that relationship is never going to end. In fact, that's the type of relationship where you don't talk to each other for months, but you get on the phone, it's just like you talked to each other yesterday, right? Amber, how many bridesmaids did you have? And who was that? And are you still friends? So you didn't choose quantity, you chose quality. Now, I would say oftentimes, and good for you guys, right? That's the exception. But I want to tell you, young people, if you want to have relationships that last over time, you got to get to know people. All right? And if you want to take the relationship to a deeper level as far as talking about your faith, it's going to be really hard for me to get a knock on the door and for me to pour out my heart and talk about something as deep as faith God, it's going to be hard for me to invest credibility in this random stranger I'm going to be talking to, right? Versus someone who's close to me, I know about them, they know about me. That's someone I can really listen to and go to when I'm struggling in life. So, again, we're going to ask some questions. We're going to move from shallower to deeper. So, you guys got to chill, right? Show me you can chill. I'm thinking. I'm gauging it here. Here, just come on. It's right there. There we go. Raven, you want to go? Yeah? Come on to the stage. All right, guys, so pay attention and learn something here. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Anybody in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Sherlock Holmes? Superman? Let's listen. Yes.
Probably one of my favorite K-pop artists.
Give me a name.
Kim Jong-hyun.
Now, I bet you didn't know she was going to say that. Do you know that this woman right here can sing in Japanese? It's pretty amazing to see, actually. It's a beautiful expression. So, guess what? We just from that question alone, we know a lot about her, a lot more about her. One more time.
The name?
Yeah.
Kim Jong-hyun.
Is that Korean?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Would you like to be famous? And if so, in what way? There's different ways, areas, realms to be famous in. Would you like to be famous? And if so, in what way would you like to be?
It's kind of hard to say because, like, I don't really want to be famous. But if I were to be, it would probably be, like, I don't know, like something that I've achieved. Like,
Okay.
like I want to be, like, an interpreter. Like, maybe something along those lines.
Okay, so based off skill,
Yeah.
talent, and ability, not just based on something surface or shallow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? Yay or nay?
It depends who.
Depends who.
Yeah.
So give me an example of someone you might want to rehearse a little bit.
Like, if I'm calling someone professional, like, if I need to return a phone call for, like, a job or something, I'll be like, okay, what am I going to say? Then I'll rehearse it and I'll be like, okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Wise. Very good. I'll do two more, Raven. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
A perfect day. Probably a day where I could just, chill, like play video games, watch anime. That's my typical day.
Such is the life and desire of a college student, right?
Yeah.
Anime. And so you have some perfect days from time to time. I see on Facebook you're having a perfect day.
Yeah.
Realize it.
I make sure to give myself some relaxation time because that's important too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You got to be refreshed. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
Like every day.
Every day? In the car?
Yeah. I sing in the car all the time.
So when other people are in the car, do you sing then as well?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, if you're going to sing in the car with other people there, are they going to be pretty close? Like if I'm in
Yeah.
the car with you, I'm guessing you're not going to be singing.
Probably not.
Probably not. If Cliff is in the car with you, are you going to be singing?
Probably not.
If Luke is in the car with you, are you going to be singing?
Probably not.
If Diane is in the car with you, are you going to be singing?
Probably.
If Anthony's in the car with you, you're going to be singing.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Raven. Yeah,
I'm
me too.
sorry.
All right, Luke, come on.
Probably Japanese, Cliff.
Thank you, Raven. Round of applause for Raven, please. I don't know how. He just took initiative. Next question, you guys ready? Again, we're moving from shallow to deep. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
Probably the mind,
Why?
because your mind, how you react and your thoughts is more important than how you look. I guess.
Well, I'm not just thinking about appearance, but I'm thinking about functionality, right?
Oh,
Am I going to be confined to a wheelchair? So that's part of it.
The mind.
Okay.
Mind is wisdom.
Oh, the 30-year-old, see, when you get older, you have wisdom. And the more wisdom you get, the more smarter you are.
I'm talking I'm not talking about content. I'm talking about sharpness. So, Andre, I commend you for that.
All right.
Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
How I'm scared I'll die?
No, do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
What's a hunch?
Premonition? That's not helpful, is it?
Premonition?
Do you have an idea about how you're going to die?
I don't know. I hope it's something like really cool. But,
What?
like,
Flaming car off a bridge? I mean, what do you mean cool? What's
dying.
a cool way to die, by the way? For me, that's like dying preaching, right? Thus said.
I hope, on a hospital bed with my family surrounded
Okay.
around me.
Lord
Last
willing,
one.
right?
I hope.
Okay, we're going a little deeper now. For what in your life do you feel the most grateful? For what in your life do you feel the most grateful?
Definitely family.
Okay.
Family. You guys. you
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
The body. The church.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Preach it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll do one more, okay? Andre? If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? See that? See what just happened there? Victoria, with me? I care about you, okay? I care about you. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? Now, that's a deep question, actually. And you got to probably think about that for a second. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Well, that I should find my. Well, my mom didn't teach me this, but she definitely would not tell me this. But I was raised by other people too, like my grandma, and that my race should be my main identity
You're saying they did teach you that? Or they should have.
No, they should not have taught me that.
Oh,
I don't believe that.
Okay,
I mean,
and so somehow along the way that you were taught that way in some form or the other.
yeah, not by my mom. She wasn't perfect, but
You
you
guys hear that?
know.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Why don't you think that now?
Because race, I mean, I don't care, you know. We're all the same. You know, like you see Diane, like there's no difference. Like
Yeah, man.
yeah.
There's no difference in
And
worth.
you see, yeah, Jack, yeah. We're all the same. No one's
Okay, man.
better than
Good. All right, round of applause for Andre. Go ahead. We're Luke fans, right? You said what? It is scary, and you gotta get right up on that mic too.
It's scary up here.
Take 1 minute. This is gonna be a hard one. Ready? This is gonna be somewhat humorous as well. I want you to take 1 minute and tell your whole life story in as much detail as possible in that 1 minute. On your mark. Get set. Go.
I was born, and then I was growing up, and then
That's true for everybody.
and then I grew
yeah.
up more. Then I went to school, and then I went to another school, and then I was a Christian, and now I'm here. I don't
You
know.
got 45 seconds left. So
That's my whole life right there, though.
you gotta fill up the minute. That's only 18.
Uh-oh. It. No, it was.
He was born with that. That hair is his birth.
I do vocals. So.
Okay. What city were you born in? What hospital?
I was-
Like, what did you like to do growing up? What? Any major life changes?
Born in Royal Oak.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my whole life right there, though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Skip
Moving
that
on. I don't know that I feel like I know you that much better.
But like, it's okay.
And it's not easy to give your life story. Like, I was born.
We got the next one.
Okay. He's got the next one. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Stop worrying.
Stop worrying.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So you didn't have to think that much about that, right?
Nope.
So guess what? If you know that about Luke, if you're Luke's friend, he had the courage to admit that right now. If you're Luke's friend, guess what? You can encourage him about that. When you see him worrying, you can encourage him that we can trust in the God who loves us, right? Unconditionally, right? And if Luke knows you're the type of person that's going to encourage him around that, don't you think that relationship's going to grow and be deeper than just talking about, say, skateboarding? Right?
Right.
That's the kind of thing that's going to sustain a relationship over time. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? For a young man, I would think that would be real easy. There she is. Rebecca Keller's in the house, everybody. Here, I'll repeat the question for Rebecca. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Probably just to know if I would keep my life on the right track. I don't know.
Wow. Man, I feel shallow right now.
Why?
Because I would want to know who am I going to marry if I were you, right? But you're like, no, I want to know about my faith. I just got to give a high five for that, bro. I mean, I'm impressed. I genuinely am impressed. I'm going to do one more. And God's going to sustain you, man. He's got you. It's not conditioned on you, right? Praise God. It's not conditioned on us because we mess up, but he doesn't. He's faithful. All right. One more for Luke. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? And if so, why haven't you done it? No, Luke, how old are you? 18. 18. Is there something you've dreamed of doing for a long time? If so, why haven't you done it? Final question.
I want to so bad. No, that's not it though.
Right in the mic. I'd say about 3 more years. I don't know. 3 years. I still can't, so that's why I'm friends with him.
I don't know. Probably
Come on, man.
play. I don't know. I mean, I want to do Christian music, I guess, like metal stuff.
Okay?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
Here's the thing.
Everybody in the metal doesn't like. Most people aren't into that because they suck. But yeah.
Okay. Now, what part would you want to play? What would be your first go-to part in the band? What would you want to do? Vocals. All right. Thank you, Luke. Wait, guys, you got to get permission. No. I got to know that I can trust you and say no, and you'll do it. You got to build some trust with me first, okay?
Okay, what? Can I please?
I want you to sit in the front row.
I was only sitting in front.
All right, Vaughn. Good man. That's good. I'm impressed. Come on, that's progress. Yeah. Come on, man. Don't let me hang. Thanks, bro. Vaughn. You're dying. You're wilting, aren't you? You want CPR? Are you guys ready? This is Vaughn Carroll. Everybody in the house, Vaughn Carroll. Vaughn will be performing at our open mic night.
It's Devon Carroll.
Now it is?
Devon.
Devon Carroll, everybody. Vaughn is dead. It is now Devon. Did I say that right?
No, Vaughn is still here, but I'm Devon right now.
Okay, he's Devon right now. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Vaughn. Devon.
No, it's okay. Just like
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life, Devon Carroll?
getting another car.
Okay, get in the car. That's
Another
huge.
one.
Another one, yes. Here's a good one. What do you value most in a friendship?
What do I value
What
most?
do you value most in a friendship?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Good call. How many ask you out there, y'all, are you friends? Are you a loyal friend? No. Are you a fair weather friend? Ride or die? Loyalty. Love loyalty. Loyalty is hard to come by. You find it, hold on to it. What's all the noise I hear here? It's like a beanbag or something. What is your most treasured memory? Most treasured memory.
Being at the hospital with Olivia when she had Aiden.
You got to see a little baby come into this world. That's precious. I'm jealous. That's pretty awesome. All right, we're going to do one more, Vaughn. What is your most terrible memory? And I want you to be as transparent as you possibly can be. What is your most terrible memory?
Losing a loved one.
You mind sharing who that was?
I mean, today I lost someone that's like a nephew to me. Well, yesterday. So yeah.
And thank you for still being here. How you holding up?
I'm not really holding up at all. I'm just like holding it back right now.
All right, I want to talk to you after, all right?
I mean, if I make it after.
I want to see what I can do to encourage you. All right, final question. All right, that was the final question.
That was the final.
Yeah, we'll let you up the stage, right? Making you feel better. Who's friends with Vaughn right here?
I'm kind of friends with them.
Cliff, can you give that bro a hug? He's some, right? Say he doesn't have to do life alone. All right? Junior, get up here, man. Get up here.
Just the last person.
What?
Just the last person.
Nope.
I like doing people's life stories. So then you can like relate to their story.
I know, it's exactly right.
Then you can make sure.
All right, this is Junior, aka Roderick Pickett, in the house. Everybody, round of applause for Junior. That was a kind of a weak applause, but that's okay. All right, I said we're going from shallow to deep. Here's a question. Ready? If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are living right now?
Yes.
What and why?
I would change my attitude.
Why would you change your attitude?
Because if I don't like you, I'll tell you how it is.
What's wrong with that? Why would
Because
you want to change that? Why change that?
because it's rude. And I don't want nobody to feel like they're not meant on this earth because what I said.
And what's an alternative to doing that? What's the other option? Straight up in your face, I'm gonna be rude, tell you what I think about you, versus what's the alternative?
Being like God loves you, bye.
That's an improvement, right?
Yeah.
What does friendship mean to you?
I think friendship is someone that will have my, like a relationship with someone that cares for me and that's going to be loyal and like, and that I can like say anything to,
that a glare?
get stuff off my chest and stuff like that.
Was that a glare? You're not friends yet, are you? But you could be. You could be, though, right? Could be. So your loyalty will always be there for you. What else?
Someone that like have my back through anything, like
So I hear something negative about you, and what do I do about it if I'm your friend?
come on to me and like, and if I ask you for help me with it or tell me that I'm
I
wrong.
defend you to other people.
Yeah, that,
Stick up for you. Right?
yeah.
How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? I'll repeat it. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's?
My family, it's not like, well, yeah, you talking about like relationship-wise with everybody? Well, every family has their ups and downs, but it seems like we have more like downs sometimes instead of ups, but I think we're pretty close because when it comes down to it, we help each other out a lot, and it's like we don't really fight each other like that.
Do you feel like your childhood was happier than most other people's or not?
I don't really know. Like, it was happy of what I could remember, but also some of the things I wasn't happy about. So it's like in between, like,
So you're kind of like yes and no.
yeah.
Okay. Final question. How do you feel about your relationship with your mom?
I feel our relationship is not really like strong. It's like we do like hang out a lot, but it's only if we're going to church or if we're shopping or if we're like singing together.
Okay. Thank you. Final question. Thank you, Junior. Round of applause. Now, here's the thing. If you want to don't you think if you want to be close to someone, take a relationship deep, knowing how they get along with their folks, that's one of the most important things you can know about another person. Because their relationship with anybody else's relationship with their folks is one of the most determining, one of the most formative factors in their whole entire life. And how many times, young people, we have no idea, all we hear about is, oh yeah, my mom and dad, I'm so mad at them. And that's all we really know. Hey, my friend, they don't like their parents. You ever say, hey, why don't you like your parents? Why can't you get along? What can I do to encourage you to have a good relationship at home, right? To try to build up relationships, try to build up families. Victoria, you want to go next? Where'd she go? Victoria, you want to go? All right. Yes? You're right there? I'll tell you. I'm going to open the book. Victoria Niner, everybody. Complete this sentence. Now, keep in mind, we're going deeper now. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share. What?
What?
I wish I had someone with whom I could share. What? It's a hard question, isn't it? And you can pass.
Personal issues?
You can pass if you don't have an answer to that.
Like someone I can share personal issues with?
Is that your answer?
Yeah. I'll go with that.
If you were going to become a close friend with someone in the audience, please share what would be important for him or her to know. Now, that's a great question.
Like, about me?
Yeah. If someone here was going to be your future close friend, what would be important for them to know about you?
That I'll keep it real with you.
Now, what does that look like, keeping it real?
Tell you if I have an issue with what you're doing.
Which is pretty good. How many of you, let me take a poll. How many of you, if someone has an issue with you, you'd rather them keep it quiet, keep it to themselves? Raise your hand. How many of you, if someone has an issue with you, you'd rather them come to you and tell you what's up? All right. Next question, moving right along. Share an embarrassing moment in your life.
What? I got this.
Embarrassing moment, please.
I think.
In the mic.
I think an embarrassing moment was like on Halloween, like not this Halloween, it was like a long time. It was like my second Halloween with Junior, and like everybody was like in there, and then Junior gonna turn around, and then he was like turning around with his sword. I guess he was a ninja or something. And he gonna sit there and whack me, and my face was like, and you heard the smack, and like I fell, and then I don't know, I was just sitting there crying, and everybody was just laughing. It was like embarrassing.
Yeah,
I was like, it was embarrassing, and I got like a big scratch. So I was like, I was so mad, but it was like embarrassing.
And from that moment on, you were friends for life.
I guess. Like he apologized like thousands of times.
Good. Good man, Junior. When did you last cry in front of another person?
I don't know.
You don't know? You want to pass?
Wait. Last time I cried in front of someone was with my sister, Karina. Do we say why?
No, you don't have to say why. You don't have to say why. Can you choose someone in the audience and tell them something that you like about them? You guys ever compliment your friends?
Taylor!
I mean flatter, I mean compliment. Choose somebody in the audience and tell them something that you like about them.
Taylor.
This is called, guys, this is called encouragement, right? Something you appreciate about them.
Taylor.
Taylor Wasaki, she's got something to say.
Wait, like what I like about her?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, listen up, y'all.
Shut up, boy. I like it that Taylor will be able to tell me how she feels when she has an issue and stuff. Like, that's the main thing I look in a friend, and she does that. So
Taylor tells her how she feels.
Yep.
Now, do all girls do that, or is that just some girls?
Some girls do it. Some girls do it
what?
sometimes.
What's the alternative to that?
Some girls are fake. And then you're fake.
Wait.
Some girls are fake.
Some girls are fake. Is that right?
Yes.
How many do we like fake girls? Yay, fake. No.
I don't.
Moving on.
How many questions do I have left?
One.
Okay. I'm just asking. Big butt to her with them reels against out.
That's pretty deep. You ready for this?
Yeah.
If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone?
Like, if I had to regret, to be honest.
Be honest.
To tell Cliff I was sorry for being rude and disrespectful. See?
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
No, I don't do hugs. I don't do hugs.
You knew that was coming.
Come on, Vicky.
Yes. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Victoria. That's your last question. Round of applause for Victoria Niner. Doesn't disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you got a couple more. I'm going to go Jack, right? Jack, get up here. Jack, I just have 2 questions left, okay? Jack Reedy, everybody! Hang in there. Your house, containing everything you own, catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. One item. What would it be and why?
That's easy.
My social security card. You ever been down to the social security office? It's horrible. It's happened to me 3 times. It's terrible.
Really? I thought you were going to say your drum set or something.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to buy a new one. That was a piece of crap.
That's an excuse to buy a new one, right? Social Security office in Detroit, not a fun experience. Of all the people in your family, this is a deep question.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Of all the people in your family, this is a hard question. Whose death would you find most disturbing? Why?
Most disturbing.
It's not really a fair question, is it?
Probably my mom.
Why?
She's the one who's always there for me. I mean, since the moment I was born, she's never left. And then when I was in the hospital, she never left my side. She slept with me every single day. She was in the chair, leaned back all the way, and it was horribly uncomfortable.
Awesome. It's a beautiful thing. Y'all guys hear that?
That's so precious.
It is. It is. Thank you, Jack. That's all I got.
That was deep,
Jack, thank you, brother. Thanks, man. Hey, guys. I'm out of questions.
Make up your own.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Boys in the Hood, South Central. What else? White Chicks.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite movie?
Scary Movie.
You smile.
Scream 4.
Oh.
Big Hero 6.
You guys are hams. Hey, y'all. Here's the point tonight. Can we work on as a community to have deeper relationships? To not just like the surface shallow stuff, but to really get to know. Here's what I want you to get to know about people you want to go deep with. Get to know their stories. Get to know people's stories. You're never going to get to know another person's story if you never stop and listen. If you never stop and listen. If you're always talking. You never have a chance to hear. And guess what? If you don't stop and listen, that means you just really don't care about them. You guys have friends like that?
Too many, if you ask me.
Too many if you ask me. And shallow friends are a dime a dozen, but let's not be shallow friends. What we can do is if we have a lot of shallow friends, we can show them what it means to be a friend who's going to have their back. Can we set the example for people? Going back to the original and final question, are you a deep or a shallow friend? What kind of friend are you to other people? The people that are you're close with, do you know their story? Do you know their history? Hey, y'all. How you doing? How's it going? Good? Yeah? Doing all right? I hope you find this entertaining. Here, I want to make another point, okay? Alan, you got a question?
I have actually something to say about how the difference between shallow friends and deeper friends.
Go ahead, man.
I've been in that situation all my life where I'm a nice guy to a lot of people. And
Sure.
being a nice guy, I've heard the term being walked over, being used. And I feel like now in my life that shallow people who are shallow friends are just what you call a user. Someone who wants to come over but not really hear about you. They just want to hang out, have something to do.
Eat your food.
Exactly.
Play your video games.
I'm serious. And that's where people have this feeling of being walked over as a group.
And guess what? We as Christians need to allow ourselves to be walked over, to be able to show them love. But I understand what you're saying. Okay? Because ultimately, Jesus was mistreated that way as well. All kinds of people were hanging out with Jesus just because they wanted to see a miracle or just because they wanted to be fed. Right? And he would do that for them. But in the end, he'd say something that was offensive to separate who was really his disciple and who wasn't. And sometimes, young people, you need to take stock and say something, ask something that will determine who your real friends really are. Okay? Can I say this? And if young people, if you can understand this, please hear me tonight, okay? Why were people so willing, as I asked for a show of hands, why were people so willing to get up on stage and answer questions when they knew were going to be somewhat deep? Why are people willing to do that? Cliff.
Center of attention.
Okay? We do like attention, right? All of us like attention. All of us like human interaction. Do you understand that? When you go to prison and then you misbehave again, where do they put you? Solitary confinement. Why is that a punishment? Why is that a punishment? Because we are made in the image and likeness of God. God exists in Trinity. Therefore, we have to have community. We have to be around other people. The reason why people are willing to go on stage and answer personal questions, even people who are first night tonight, is because we have this innate desire to be known, to know others, and to be known ourselves. Can you guys help minister to people in that way? Do you know sometimes people grew up in a home where moms and dads didn't care enough to actually spend time with their kids? They say, "Kid, you're annoying me. Sit down in front of the TV, eat your Cheerios, and let me sleep in." The best babysitter in the world. TV, right? Yeah! Then we ramp it up to stuff, okay, technology. But hey, we all need that. And guess what? If you didn't have that growing up, guess what? You need that. And guess what, young people? You're going to find it from somewhere. You're going to find community somewhere. The question is, are you going to find community in people that build you up? Or are you going to find community in people that tear you down and get you into trouble? Never? You got something you want to share? Sure. You're welcome to. You always got something good to say. Good, man. Good, good. Y'all, the final point is this. We should use this knowledge of how our souls are, our craving for community, for the kingdom, for the power, for the glory of Jesus Christ. Don't just be selfish so you get in a relationship and it's all about you. Hey, I can talk about myself all day long. Don't be the kind of person that as soon as someone starts to talk about something cool about themselves or experience they had, you interrupt them. You got to outdo their story and tell them a better story. And you're always cutting people off because you got to get in there and talk about yourself, right? We should be listeners, get to know people's stories. Right, Rebecca? Rebecca, you're good at this, right? I think you are. Yeah, I missed her. She had to work yesterday and today. I haven't seen her. Y'all, take the time to get to know the people in your life, okay? Do you know their last name? Your close friends, do you know their last name?
Yes. I know everybody.
Do you know their middle name?
Yes.
This is the part where I get to tell you that Cliff's middle name is Gil.
Woohoo!
It is. It is. Anyways, yeah.
Oh, so it's not so funny anymore, huh?
No one said it was funny. No one said it was funny. I don't think they did. Guys, do you have any questions about this? You guys see how the questions that we ask, the series of questions, is how you get to know someone? Guys, can I tell you this? I got one more piece of dating advice. Dating advice? Huh? Dating community, faux show. But here's the thing, young people, guess what? Don't make, Junior, you with me, bro? It's for you. It's for you. Don't make the physical the centerpiece of your relationship. Don't make the physical the centerpiece of your relationship, because guess what? That's going to be old. It's going to get old if you don't actually know the other person, because you don't have true intimacy. Guys, girls, what you want to find out in your dating relationship, what you should be spending time doing is getting to know the other person and their story. And guess what? You don't even have to be in a dating relationship to do that. And I think that's a superior way to date, personally. But get to know the other person. Ask questions, right? Sometimes young people are like, they feel so awkward with the other person. You guys know the awkwardness of you're with someone you kind of like, and you run out of things to say? Or there's a silence, and you quickly turn on the radio, right? You guys experience, am I the only one? For everyone, come on, thank you, I was dying up here. So guess what? You doesn't have to be awkward, so you say, it's awkward, I'm running out of things to say, so let's hold hands. Oh, let's escalate, let's do something physical, because I don't know what to talk about right now, and this suspense is killing me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, why don't we get to know you a little bit? Hey, let me tell you a little about a story. Where'd you grow up? What are you into? Ask questions. Get to know other people, okay? Don't make it all about you. Get to know the other people as well. And in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ, because Jesus told us to bear one another's burdens. And each and every one of you is carrying some kind of burden around from your life, and you shouldn't have to bear that by yourself. But if you have a burden, one of the best things you can do is help bear other people's burdens, okay? You're not going to be able to do that until you get to know their story. And if you're the kind of friend that will take the time to get to know other people's story, you're going to be known as, hey, that's one of my best friends. And guess what? When you die and you have a funeral, there's not going to be enough seats in that place for everybody to show up. Summer.
Yeah, it starts to get really comfortable. Like, you get comfortable, because one of the things that's really cool, like, I love personally just asking everyone, like, what's your passion? What's your
Good, yeah, exactly.
But, like, I've noticed, like, one of the cool things I'm really drawn to is, like, Humans of New York or Humans of Detroit. How is he able to take a picture and get all these people's, like, stories? But there's ways, because he showed a genuine care. Like, and that's what it starts with, that genuine, like, I'm dropping everything through this phone. I'm turning off the TV. I'm just going to focus. You look him in the eye, you know, and you say, like, I'm here. I care completely about you. And you ask him your story. Most times than not, they'll tell you. You know, I've had people say, I've never told anybody this before, but I feel like I can tell you. It's not because I have any superpowers, it's because I drop everything and I pay attention.
Focus, yeah.
So I feel like I can tell you.
It's a beautiful thing, Summer. Thank you for that. Are you guys familiar with Humans of New York on Instagram?
And Facebook.
It's on Facebook too? Humans of New York is this guy who goes around taking pictures, and he asks these deep questions to people. And what Summer's talking about is the fact that this random guy will go on the subways and around the parks in places of New York City. He'll ask him a deep question, and they'll just tell him everything. And sometimes the picture has to be anonymous because they're telling something that was illegal, right? A crime. Why do people are so willing to tell a stranger the deepest parts about their life? Because we're all lacking community. A lot of people out there are lacking community. You know what? There's, in a crowd, but they still feel lonely, right? And a lot of us are perishing underneath the weight of loneliness. So guess what? One of the ways we can minister to our city, to our community, is actually being a person that goes deep with people. I was going to say one more thing, but I think I'll save that for premarital counseling class. You guys got this? Can we do this? Can we not be a surface, shallow church? Can we go a little deep, right? Get to know people, not be selfish, but be selfless. Cool? When people walk in here, you don't know them. Hey, get to know them. Hey, my name's this. What's your name? Hey, where you from? What brings you? Just this is community. We got to do this. Any questions? Anybody? Anything? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's your favorite colors?
Yeah. Yep. And I brought these a few weeks ago. We didn't get a chance to use them, but I actually already did post them on our Gospel Nightlife Facebook. On 36 questions, whatever. 36 questions. But yeah, I'll tag you.
How to get somebody to fall in love with you, that one I asked you.
I just modified it just a little bit.
That was a cool article.
Yeah, it comes from an article. It's on New York Times. 36 questions you can ask anybody to fall in love with anybody. I took a few of them out, changed a few of them around. But yeah, guess what? And what this highlights is the fact that the centerpiece of any deep relationship is not the physical intimacy. The physical intimacy is a result. What the centerpiece is the companionship. To be known and to know. To know and to be known. I wish I could say way more about that, but again, I have to say that for my premarital counseling class.